Hello, hello. Hope I find everyone very, very well per usual. I would like to wish everyone a happy new year as well. I know 2019, guys, we made it. We made it here one piece. Also like to take this time to also wish all of the Capricorns and Aquariuses this month a happy birthday for you guys' birthdays. Happy birthday. This month, guys, we are using the Prisma Visions Tarot by James R. Eads. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. They're really beautiful cards, guys, and one of my favorite decks here, so I think you guys will really like it. As a last little message here for you guys, whatever imagery that you guys see on the cards, whatever or however that speaks to you, that's your own personal private message from Spirit, okay? Anything that you get intuitively downloaded when you see the imagery on the cards. All right, guys, let's go ahead and bless the deck and we'll get started. Father God, I open all channels of light, Lord, north, south, east, and west. Guardian angels of the four directions, high councils who serve the law of one. Holy pure ones, please anchor this space now in your divine consecration to provide every single zodiac sign with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks this month, Father. And please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant and or intended to be this month. Gemini, my twins, how are both of you doing this month? No, I'm just kidding, Gemini. Alrighty, let's hop right into your reading here, Gemini. So in terms of traditional tarot, what we have here is the Sun card. We have the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Page of Cups reversed. You could maybe possibly be dealing with a Leo. Maybe for some of you, possibly dealing with a Pisces. Also maybe a Virgo as well. Maybe even another Gemini, a Scorpio, or maybe a Leo I'm kind of getting here. Anyway, all right, Gemini. Gemini, things are coming to the surface, I feel, during this time regarding maybe like your past. Regarding past like maybe childhood wounds or something to that effect, where it's like things about the past, like I said, are coming up for review. And I feel like you're being spiritually kind of challenged right now a little bit regarding how you're going to handle the energy and how you're going to respond. And I can kind of see here, Gemini, that you're kind of stuck between if you're going to act upon your pain, or operate or come from fear and operate from there, or if you're going to operate from like a communicational standpoint. Some things may have kind of been put on the back burner, or it's kind of like, it's those painful experiences that we're like, oh, nah, I'm not going to talk about that one yet. Like that. And we all have those experiences within our life, but internally, Gemini, it's playing out in your relationships. It's possibly playing out in your just everyday life, and it's turning into like a mental prison in a sense, Gemini. That's what I'm kind of getting, like where it's almost like you have to talk yourself out of not visiting it. But if we find ourselves talking out of not visiting that or the emotional aspects that were painful of the past, if we find ourselves trying to talk ourselves out of it, and then we're trying to say, well, you know what, at the same time, like, it's built me to who I am, it's driving you crazy a little bit, but then you're finding a need to like justify it. You see what I'm saying? It's a little bit of confusing energy here regarding how you want to approach these painful aspects, regarding of your past here. I'm even feeling a little bit confused while I'm saying this, Gemini, and I'm picking up the general energy for, the sign of Gemini for January 2019. And just things are coming up, and I feel like you are now spiritually ready to approach these areas within your life that were unfavorable and very painful within your past, right? And like I said earlier, you're being spiritually challenged regarding how you're going to react to them now. Are you going to operate, from like fear and judgment and saying like, well, this is what it was and that's how it happened and it made me who I am today, but yet, subconsciously I still hold resentment for those people, places, or things that brought me that past unfavorable energy. Okay, that's regarding the Seven of Wands here. And then like the Nine of Swords here, it's kind of like I'm getting like you have an opportunity to speak about it, you know what I mean, and to maybe learn a new communicational style regarding releasing the imprint, or the, the subconscious fear that you may carry, or the subconscious misery, or turmoil that you still have inside. What I'm getting here too, Gemini, is that I feel it's advised, I feel like maybe to speak to the individual person, place, or thing that was involved, within the unfavorable past experiences. Speak to them about it, but it's not like you're going to speak to them to throw any shade, or to try and like one up them or make them feel bad. What I feel, Gemini, what's advised here, or what's coming through here, is that it's time to forgive and then to move forward. And when I say forgive, Gemini, we're not saying, or I'm not saying, Spirit's not saying you forgive that individual necessarily for, no, let's say it like this. Let me retract that. Let me get this right for you, Gemini. Now, when you speak to this person, place, or thing about this unfavorable incident, Gemini, in your past, when you speak to them about it, you're speaking your truth, and you are releasing yourself from carrying this around, and from not speaking about it, and living in your truth. Now, when you speak about it to this person, place, or thing, you're releasing yourself, like I said, from carrying it, but you're forgiving yourself from carrying it around. And you're not, and through the process of forgiving yourself, it's not that you are excusing, or you're dismissing the ugly or nasty behavior of another individual, or of the individual person, place, or thing, Gemini. It's more of like you're just releasing yourself from it, and how this person, place, or thing that you confront this energy about, how they react is going to let you know what they hold inside and how they feel about the situation as well. What's coming through too, Gemini, sometimes, sometimes it's important to make the initiative. It isn't like you have to make a huge initiative, and like call like a family meeting or anything like that. If you forgot to do that, that's okay. But it's more of like, sometimes, I don't want to say be the bigger person, but it's more of like just you taking effort upon your own behalf regarding healing yourself and your imprints, and when you present this to this person, place, or thing that was the catalyst for what you've experienced in the past, you are actually you're being the bigger person spiritually for yourself, because then that lets you know that you're ready to heal, and how they react kind of in a sense has nothing to do with you, whether it's negative or possibly positive as well. How they react, or it reacts, that's going to let you know, Gemini, what's going on, or how you can then react or respond to that person, place, or thing after you observe and see how they react, whether they're remorseful, whether they still carry anger, resentment, whatever the case may be. The ball is now in your court regardless of the situation. So not only did you take the initiative to heal, but you've also have taken the initiative, and the ball is now in your court regarding how to then respond or react to that person, place, or thing from this point forward. Interesting reading, Gemini. Sorry about that. I went like all around the world, like to kind of describe that there, but I'm feeling like that's kind of what's going on here for you this month. I feel like like I said a little bit earlier, I feel like I'm a little bit confused, because I feel, Gemini, like this energy possibly hasn't manifested yet. You're still, like I said, stuck between. You feel indecisive, regarding to be impulsive or to be communicative about this past pain that you have experienced as a child, or that's just something that wasn't favorable in your past. And dependent upon, I really just feel, Gemini, like you want to, I'm going to use the word confront, but not in a negative sense. You just want to close that chapter, you know what I mean? With this person, place, or thing that was a catalyst for this past turmoil that you've experienced. You want to talk to them about it, or you want to bring it up, but when you start to talk about it, I feel, Gemini, you kind of start to get a little bit upset, or you start to get a little bit emotionally unsettled about the situation. If that's the case for someone watching this, I would say maybe timing is everything regarding like if you find yourself talking about it and it upsets you and you start to get emotionally kind of animated, maybe wait for another time regarding when you know that you or when you can be confident in yourself that you will not react like that, because then that's giving your power away and you don't want to do that, and you don't want to confront or speak about an issue that you still hold like animosity or resentment towards, because then it's that energy, the talk, the confrontation, the speaking about it's going to transmute into like negativity, and then you may not be at that time spiritually, you know, ready for like healing and taking effort upon your own behalf, and that's okay. These things take time. It's a process. Yeah, I think that's what I'm getting for you, Gemini. Here, kind of give you a lot to think about here to dissect, but that's what I'm kind of getting here for you for January 2019 here, and also to Gemini. As I was shuffling out your cards, August 2017 came up as well. I'm not sure if that is if that's like a significant date for you, or if something happened during that time. Maybe there was like a certain spiritual movement that you experienced during that time. Also, the number 3 was coming up as well, like something about integrating a third aspect of something. I don't know, that's kind of interesting. That came up as well. Also, to Gemini, the song by Alicia or Alessia Cara, the song Here, that what am I doing here? Oh, here. That song came up as well during the shuffling and everything of the sort as we were laying your spread out here. Just thought I would mention that to you, Gemini. Well, Gemini, that completes your reading for January 2019. If this reading resonates with you, Gemini, go ahead and tap the like or thumbs up button and let me know. Feel free to comment, share, and to subscribe to the channel. And also, if you'd like to book a personal reading for yourself, Gemini, check the description box below. All that information is there for you. Be sure to check the description box for the Amazon wishlist link that I provided for you guys, where you can obtain a really good reading for a really great price that fits your budget at that specific time. When money's funny, but you still require guidance during that specific time for yourself. All right, Gemini, you're on your way to emotional sovereignty here. This is a beautiful thing, Gemini. This is a blessing in disguise for you. And when it's all said and done, it's going to be really great work that you do regarding releasing and forgiving. Not necessarily maybe the other person, that comes in time, but it's more forgiving yourself, Gemini, for carrying it around, and allowing it to interfere in your everyday life and in your relationships and just life in general. All right, Gemini, we'll see you next month.